Hey y'all, it's Hannah. Webb just wanted me to get on here and share a few words of encouragement with you guys during this quarantine, as well as just share one of my favorite verses with you. So for those of you who don't know me, I grew up in the youth group at First Baptist, and I graduated from Wade Christian Academy 4 years ago. I am currently about to graduate from Pensacola Christian College with my bachelor's in nursing. So thinking back to 4 years ago, if someone were to ask me, where do you see yourself, in 4 years? I don't think the words being stuck in quarantine because of a virus would have ever crossed my mind. But here I am, and that is life. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is just finding comfort in God. And I know growing up, I've heard sermon after sermon of finding comfort in God and putting your trust in God and finding peace in God. And I know for me personally, these last 4 years at school, it's hard, and life is hard, and things are going to go wrong. And who else to put your comfort in than in God, because He's the one who created you. He's the one who knows the situation. He's the one who knows how it's going to end, just like this virus. So I wanted to share an illustration with you that a pastor who came through my school taught us. So it was called the stretching, and I thought to myself, okay, it's probably about growing. He started out with the phrase, how many of you have heard, God is only going to give me what I can handle? And I thought, okay, yes, I've heard this phrase. And he goes, that's not necessarily true. And I thought, okay, I've grown up, my whole life hearing that phrase. Why is it not true? And he said, do you think if God only gave you what you can handle each time something happens, would you grow? Or would you just stay in the same spot? And he gave us the illustration of, someone says, I've grown taller. And you look at them and they physically have not grown any inches. They can't say they've grown because they haven't. So with this situation, each time something comes into your life, God is going to give you just a little bit more than you can handle, because it's going to stretch you and it's going to push you out of your comfort zone, and it's going to help you learn, and it's going to help you grow from that experience. And so that illustration of just the stretching really got to me, and I thought about it. In this quarantine, you have time that you have never had before, and you probably won't ever have again, where you're sitting at home or you're doing online school. You still have more time. And what I want to encourage you to do is, in this time, build your relationship with God, get closer to Him, find comfort in Him, because I know personally that, in this time, there are seniors who have spent the last 12 years working up to get their graduation ceremony, and it's not going to be how they wanted it or they imagined it. It might be online, it might not even happen, and you can get discouraged, and you can get sad, and you can get angry. And what I want to tell you, put your trust in God, find your comfort in Him, because He's the one who knows how it's all going to play out. He knows how it's going to end. He knows how you're feeling, and all He wants you to do is just trust Him and talk to Him about it. So what I want to encourage you to do, find a verse that you can go to when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling discouraged, when you're feeling angry. And I know for me, at school, working in the hospital, there's a verse that I always keep with me on my clipboard because I physically like to read it, and it comes from Isaiah 41:10, and it says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. That verse is just so powerful to me. The first 3 words say, fear thou not. Fear thou not. How much more do you need just to know that God says, fear thou not? So during this time of quarantine, I encourage you, find your comfort in God. Trust Him. Build your relationship with Him. Find a verse that you can go to. Also, have fun during this quarantine. You have this time off. Enjoy it with your family. Enjoy it with your friends, 6 feet apart. But just find some time to make new hobbies. I know I've been trying to learn sign language or play piano or draw more. It's stuff that I haven't gotten to do because I've been so busy the last 4 years. So really take this time during this quarantine and just find your comfort in Him. And, it's going to be okay. I'm praying for all of you. I know I don't know all of you because I've been gone for a little bit, but I am praying for y'all, and I do love y'all. And I know Webster loves you all, and Pastor loves you all. So I hope you just have a good time during this quarantine. I hope you have a good rest of your day.